are the Hebrew Israelites. Week in and week out, we come to prophesy the downfall of America, tell the people on this side who we are. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. And I was talking to the brother that's behind the camera right now, about some things earlier on about the gleaning grapes and everything. So I'm gonna start off with that. Basically today is going to be about you Edomites, you so-called white people, and the crimes that you have done. Because we was talking about a comedian that made this joke that a lot of you white people didn't laugh at. It was like, out of all the things, when you think back in history, all you so-called white people, y'all done had it pretty good. I mean, hey, things been rolling pretty smooth for you. But at some point, you got to pay for all the crimes that you've done. And that time is coming. It's real close. It's very soon. And when the comedian was saying that, basically he had silence in the audience, being that he was an Edomite comedian and his audience was Edomites, So when he said that, he didn't get no laughs because you Edomites was really thinking about that. When you look back in history, for the last few centuries, you Edomites didn't have it so bad. Yeah, you can walk down the street, your fellow Edomite neighbor will be like, "Hey, how you doing, Bob?" And so on and so forth.
To worry about in the future.
Yeah, but all the things that you've done, you've done it to other people.
Yeah, like you were saying, you can go back anytime in the 1900s, anytime in the 1800s, the 1700s, the 1600s. You'll always be free in those times. But you've got to know that the time is going to come where it's going to be a break. It's going to be done. Now we've got to pay for it. And that's what he was saying.
Right.
And when he said that, instead of the audience laughing or whatever, they was like, man, just eyes bubbling.
Right. Like, oh my God, did he really just say that? Like, yeah, and you Edomites know that time is coming. Your time of judgment is coming. And as far as gleaning all the grapes go, we was also talking because we used to work at fast food restaurants and all that other stuff, and you threw away a lot of food. Even to this day, if you try to let's say you walking past somebody's farmland and they got an orange orchard or a grape orchard. You try to go to that farmland and get some grapes from the side, you might get killed. They might shoot your ass. And the Lord said about not gleaning the grapes. And I'm going to read that. This is Deuteronomy 24 and 21. When thou gatherest the grapes of thy vineyard, thou shalt not glean it afterwards. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. For the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. Basically, anybody that you would call poor or bums, it's for them. But you might get shot, and it's the same thing with your restaurants. They don't, let's talk about Burger King, because if you worked at a fast food restaurant, they tell you to throw all the food away at the end of the night. You can't get that shit away. They don't even want you to eat it. That's how it is. And that's akin to gleaning all the grapes. Don't give nothing to the poor. They got to pay for it, or they can just starve to death. That this is your kingdom. This is you so-called white people's kingdom. And that's how you feel, And then, and let's go to Jeremiah 49 and 9. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So Esau, if thieves came, they're steal until they had enough. But Esau never gets enough, man. It was like at one point when you worked at a restaurant or a fast food joint or whatever the hell, you get to eat your meals for free. But then they changed it. Oh, you got to pay half for this meal. And now, you know, hey, you paying full price most of the time unless you basically, they call it stealing if you eat anything for free and you at a restaurant or something like that, you work there. They ain't even playing with you.
I'm going to bring out this scripture.
Correct. Correct.
This is Obadiah 1 and 5. Obadiah 1 and 5. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right, there you go again. Would they have not stolen till they had enough? And you Edomites are constantly stealing resources from everybody else. That's why it said his neighbors are spoiled and he is not. His brethren are spoiled and he is not. Because there is coming a time where you got to pay. It's not like you can't see it coming. As a matter of fact, that's probably the reason why a lot of your law enforcement is killing so many jakes right now. Because they see the time of judgment coming. And they want to get rid of as many 2/3 as they can.
Well, you got to understand, that's the Heavenly Father's hand doing that.
Con.
What is that? You feel the hands of the dead body. Nigga don't believe that song. That nigga's wrong.
Hey,
Gangsters don't live that long.
Yeah,
Niggas
hey.
don't live that long.
Right.
Gangsters don't live
Right,
that long.
that's because the song that we singing is basically the Lord judging.
Yeah.
Right. That's that sound, you know, that sound wave that hit your ears and it makes you guilty.
Con.
See, that's why motherfuckers try to stop their ears when they come up and down this mug. They try to turn up their music and shit and try to out-talk you because they already know, man. See, whether they in their core mind, they may not know, but they spirit bear witness to all of this, man.
Correct.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right, if the grape gatherers came, would they not leave some grapes, man? But Esau have proven that you don't leave nothing. Because when the people start gathering more resources, you come back. Matter of fact, you don't just come back, you leave a military base or somewhere that you can just be there just to monitor the situation. Because, hey, that's what's going on at this point in time. Matter of fact, it's been going on since before they killed Saddam Hussein. Really, they murdered him. Why? Because of his resources and his plans. One of Saddam Hussein's plans and Muammar Gaddafi's plans was to bring back the gold standard. That's why they were murdered. It had nothing to do with terrorism. They were murdered because they wanted to bring back the gold standard and make things fair overseas. So the Americans, quote unquote, can't come and grab their resources no more because the power that the Americans, quote unquote, had is their dollar bill. They was trying to change that. They were trying to change it before the time. So
I make a point on what brother had reading. It's a scripture in Proverbs or Psalms, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where it's at, but it basically talks about a thief if they steal food.
Yeah, I'm
they're
gonna get that.
yeah, what they be playing?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and finish your thought, bro.
Yeah. Basically, they'll be justified for the simple fact that they were hungry.
Right.
And they didn't have any shekels to pay for it.
Yeah.
But if they were, you get it. That's because that's mercy.
Yep.
Ain't no mercy.
Right. I mean, but that goes back to gleaning the grapes, man. Because if a person is hungry, of course they're going to... Go ahead.
Proverbs 60:3. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry.
Right. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he's hungry. So if a person came in, let's say you own a fruit stand or a hamburger stand or what have you, and somebody came and stole an apple from your stand or whatever the hell, and you see this motherfucker looking like a goddamn skeleton walking when he was trying to walk by, and you see him and just took something from your shit, you ain't gonna be mad at him. You gonna look at him like, damn, why you steal my shit? Oh, I was hungry. You might throw him an extra something. You know what I'm saying? And you don't blame a thief when he's hungry. But guess what? You Edomites, y'all not hungry.
Wait. Now
Y'all,
we ain't telling you just because you hungry go and start stealing shit.
right.
We're talking about the ancient world, and we was actually in our right minds with our brothers.
Right, hey, but it's also the same thing right now. Let's say, because we heard a story about a boy, his mom was sick and they couldn't afford to get no medicine. So he went to Family Dollar and stole some medicine. Only thing was, they got mad at him and called the police and he went to jail. But, you know, a motherfucker, when I heard this story, of course I wasn't mad at him. His mom is sick, they poor as hell. He can't afford the medicine, so he went in and tried to steal some Tussin, some Robitussin and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So he got caught, but of course they held him up and called the police on him and all that other shit. But you know, you can't be mad at him for what he was thinking of doing, because he was a young man. He was something like in his early teens.
And see,
so,
and that thought is righteous, because the majority is gonna be like, oh, well, nigga, you got caught. Oh well, little nigga. Because a lot of motherfuckers ain't got a heart right now.
Right. Because honestly, what he was doing was wrong, but you can see why he was doing it.
Right. And it's easy to see.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like saying why a little girl would go sell lemonade when it's hot,
right,
and sell water and shit like that to make a couple dollars so they can maybe get the things that they need.
Right.
To help their parents out or whatever it may be. To put somebody, it's an honest thing. To put money in their pocket, you know, right? And then they come break that stand down because they don't have because they don't have a fucking business license.
But that's how you can tell this is our culture, because Esau really, even though they don't have problems where they get so low, unless we trailer park trash. For the most part, East Edomites, they don't really have the issue where they're low on funds and they have to skim groceries. You know, you might get a little extra for less, or go to Aldi's,
right,
you know, or shop for less, or go to the point where you gotta wear some big jackets and go to Walmart and steal.
Right.
They can't relate to stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, Esau, I mean, this is their kingdom. They can't relate to that, not at all. Even when they see movies trying to get them to understand it. No, they still don't get it.
I got a testimony. So, I went through my phase saying fuck Esau, I would take wine and shit like that, right? And then one day, I went to the store. You all right? I went to the store and my daughter needed some shampoo. We needed some food, right? This is why I always tell my children, you never know who's watching you. So I went and I got those things and I tried to come up on it like I did the wine and got caught. Right? This is like motherfucking 9 years ago, right? And so they took me to the back room and these Edomites, when the police came in, they spoke highly of me. They was like, yeah, we see this guy all the time with his family. He's always buying fruits and vegetables. That's the first place I go when I go to the store. All the brothers know me. When I go to the store, the first thing I go to is the fruits and vegetables, right? He's always buying, he's a good father and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just looking like, damn. You know, I didn't even know that they was watching like that, right? So the cop came, it was a Jake. And then there was another, then the Edomite was his partner. He came in a little bit later. And they put me in handcuffs and shit after they heard them, the people at the store, the secret shoppers, after they heard them talk. Damn. Woo! And hit that falsetto. And they heard them, and after they heard them talk, they basically was like, that Jake was moved. He was like, so they put me in handcuffs, took me outside. And then when we got outside, he took the handcuffs off me, and I'm just like, and he was just like, now, I hope I don't regret this, brother. You know, you're a good man. You know what I'm saying? I see you're a man that's taking care of your family. The stuff that we looked at that you took, It was nothing but healthy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shampoo and shit that a man needs on hard times. And he took pity, the Lord had him take pity, and his partner was like, damn, let me tell you something, man. I've never seen this man do this, and I worked with him for such and such years. I've never seen him do